Hey guys, welcome back to another video today, and today we're going to be going over some Season 23 submissions. Yes, the next season. This season, Season 22, has been going on for I think like 3 months now. It's the longest season yet, but now we're going to be going over the submissions for the new season theme, which I'm pretty excited for because this season I feel is a good theme. It's based off a decade, and this is actually I think one of my favorite decades, if not my favorite, so let's go ahead and jump right into it. Here it is, Season 23 entries. It is called the 80s. So yeah, think of it as retro arcades, pop culture icons, neon lights, vaporwave. These are the examples Timo gave. Street art and retro futuristic design. So yeah, the 80s is probably one of my favorite decades. It's really nostalgic and stuff. But yeah, I'm pretty excited for this season theme because I felt like the last few haven't been, the best. So this one is a good one. The interesting thing is that there isn't that many submissions. Usually by now there will be like tons, but I guess it's because, the jailbreak hasn't been updating that much and, people kind of lost, interest. So let's go ahead and go over these creations. There are a few, but there's not that many cars. So let's go over the cars first. Okay, starting off, we got the Roller B, which is a German masterpiece from 1989. And you can see that here it is a Porsche. There's no way it's not a Porsche, but this person says it fits the 80s theme perfectly. And yeah, this is released towards the end of the decade, I think. And I do like it. Having a Porsche in jailbreak would be nice. I would like that. Anyway, I'll just go ahead and just scroll through all these. I'm lagging a bit, but there it is. And I think this is one of the most popular ones so far, released less than a day ago, interestingly enough. The next one we got over here is the Traxwagon, a legendary DTM car. And they submitted this for the 80s season. Now, I'm not really sure. I guess it's probably like an 80s car, but, I like the previous one better. But yeah, this is fairly new. Now, for the next one, we got this. I'm not really even sure how to pronounce this, but I did look it up on Google Translate. It translates to, I think, fast in Italian. And yeah, it's based on the Cesetta Marauder V160 produced during the 1980s. Now, this is a very nice submission, and yes, made by Dr. Radium. I know this person. I don't know if you guys do know him, but he's been making submissions for quite a long time. And usually he just makes, furniture. So this is a very interesting direction. I think he did make some cars in the past, but usually it would be a furniture item. So yeah, this is a very nice, submission that he made. Definitely some improvements. I think he's just beginning to do, I'm not really sure, but he usually makes furniture, okay? So this is a very good submission. And lastly, we got this over here, introducing the Panther, and it's based on the Tommaso Patera in 1988. And this has a very nice graphic. It was made just under a day ago. Just a day ago. Ooh, you can see that right there. And I think that's all the pictures we got. And yeah, that's it. That's all the creations. I'm being serious too. When looking under the vehicle tag, you can see we just went over that. We went over that. And yeah, that's about it. There isn't that many submissions for vehicles. There's a lot for furniture, but that's it for vehicles. Now, there's this vehicle. They said it's not for season 23, but I want to include it as season 23 because this looks great. I think this does kind of fit the 80s vibe. You can see the car's kind of boxy and stuff. I honestly, yeah, futuristic 80s. It really feels like a futuristic 80s. I think this is one of the best cars. Yeah, I think they should submit it for season 23. I don't know why they didn't submit it for that, but I'm going to include it in the video as an honorary mention because this looks sick. Like, I think this might win if this was concluded with the season. Why are they not, putting it with the season theme? This literally fits, and it probably looks the best. And oh my goodness, I did not even notice the amount of upvotes here. There's close to 500, so this is actually the most upvoted in the last few days, surprisingly. The next honorable mention is this, the cargo helicopter. This was released before Simo even announced the season theme, I think. So yeah, this does also look pretty nice. I don't know if we'll ever get something like a helicopter as a seasonal vehicle, but I want to mention this because this looks like a very nice creation. Looks like they also have some kind of like plane there too. I don't know, maybe that's like a fire extinguisher plane, if you guys know what I mean, because there's a fire truck right there. But yeah, this looks cool, and I'm gonna include it in the video because there's not that many vehicles, so I might as well just include that. Okay, now we're going over for the furniture items and also, like the customization. So this is the first one we got, the boombox spoiler. It's basically, a boombox with some sound waves coming out. I think it's a pretty creative, idea. And, it fits, I guess it fits the 80s. I like it. There's a lot of good music in the 80s, so if that's what it's referencing, yeah, you go. Next one, this also fits the 80s theme. We got the arcade machine. You know, time to get back to the 80s. We're going to, you know, the arcade to play some video games and stuff. And, you know, the sad part about this stuff is it will look great and you're like, you know, as a furniture item, but it's sad you can't actually, like, you know, play a game. You can see looks like there is a torpedo right there. Imagine if you can do a little racing game. I think Asimo and Betsy made that a few years ago. It was for the RPO event. It's actually more than a few years ago. That was way back in 2018, but for real, it would look great. Anyway, this is a very well-designed, I don't know what's going on, but it is a really well-designed, I would say, furniture item, and I think this is set to win. Like, this looks great. Alright, the next one is the retro sun rim. It's animated too, and, you know, it fits, you know, the neon aesthetic for the 80s, which I love about the 80s. I just love 80s aesthetic. It was such a great decade, I would say, and I hope this wins. This looks good. Next one, we got the disco rim. You know, the 80s, we got disco here. I don't really know much to say about it, but it looks like you can also customize it, so maybe that's with, you know, the radiance, but, you know, we got to get that disco ball in there. Here's another submission, and this one has a video to promote it, the re-triangle drift. Okay, I was a bit confused for a second, but it looks nice as well. Has the 80s neon coming out of it with, like, the triangular shapes and stuff. I would say a very creative design. Most people think, you know, okay, I'll make a rim and stuff like the previous ones you saw, but this is really creative. Next one, we got the DeLorean rims. You know, we can fit this on the DeLorean. You know, DeLorean needs their rims as well. I think that's the Jailbreak DeLorean right there. They just slapped on the rims to it, so we kind of need it. And yeah, that's all the creations so far. I have to say, there isn't that many submissions, and I think it's been here. Okay, it's only been here for like 2 days. Usually I would wait a week before reviewing all of them, but there usually be a lot of submissions. I don't know. But anyway, so far, I'm pretty excited about the season. Everything that's been created, I have liked so far. I don't think I especially dislike any of them. This is a fairly, I would say, really, really good season theme with a lot of good stuff, and it might actually motivate me to grind, because, you know, I would just be grinding like a week or two, and I'll stop grinding, and you can see I'm stuck at level 8, because, you know, I haven't been grinding since June, bro, like, for real, haven't been doing that. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. Thank you guys for watching, and tell me what you guys think, what do you guys want to win and stuff, let me know, and I'll catch you guys next time, bye!